you think it's common for them to throw change at the chicks? Because some countries, like a $5 bill is like a quarter. It's like a coin.
Like a big ass weight.
Yeah, I'm like,
Just walking into the strip club with a bag like that you get at Chuck E. Cheese with just a bunch of fucking quarters in it. You ain't putting a coin in a G-string, right? In their butt crack, I guess.
yeah, dude. Like, you gotta have a little coin purse.
Hold on to this. All right. Episode 34 of the Fair Enough
Yeah.
podcast. Bob in
Absolutely.
Detroit. Jack is here today. Jack is also in Detroit. Mikey in Chicago. And today we have a lot to get to. I have some news to share. Mikey's got a story. I have a kids lunch take. And then we're going to end this whole thing with Mikey's gambling corner. No Jack content this week. We used it all last week, so maybe next week you guys will get another dose of Jack.
Yeah, I won't be talking today, so.
Also, to
maybe
our
we'll lose people. I don't know. Maybe they
also
like
to our
Jack. It's the AB
diehards.
test.
Sorry for apologize for the lack of getting it out on time. A couple of technical difficulties that were unavoidable. So to the people that messaged me, you know who you are. Next time we'll get it out on Monday.
Yeah, we just got a lot. We're in a
Yeah, it is what it is.
period. Our producer
Yeah, we're three
just
grown
started a
ass men
job.
doing things. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
so
my
it's all
life
good.
is an absolute mess, and I'm living out of my
Yeah.
car currently, just so everybody's aware. So if I do
Yeah.
get this up on time, you're welcome.
There it is.
I was no blame game. Just gotta let everybody know. We know.
Exactly.
We get it. So
We
fuck
know.
off.
Okay. Are you dying to hear this news?
Yeah, Walter Payton, baby. Because
Did he
he's
die
34
hearing
and
news?
he's dead.
Oh, 34, dude. Is
Big Papi Ortiz?
Giannis 34? Oh, Big Papi 34?
No, Giannis is 32.
Are you sure?
No, he's 34. He's 34.
Yeah, I think he's 34.
That's a current one. I'm always in the past. I'm always doing Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce 34.
Paul Pierce. That's all I have.
There's got to be hockey 34s that we're not thinking about. There's got to be it's goalies again.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Well, this is not going to be as much fun when we get in the 40s. We might have to X name.
Do you know who we missed with 33? Isn't Patrick Waugh fucking 33?
He sure is.
Yeah, that was a fucking layup that we missed.
That's a huge miss. That's all right. Like I said, this shit'll all end when we get to 40 and we have nobody. And we'll pick it back up in the 70s and take right tackles and shit.
Try to get to 100.
Okay. So my news. I was playing basketball on Monday night, right? I'm in this it's like a work thing. This guy at work came up to me and was like, hey, we play at an elementary school in Auburn Hills. It's just basically pickup. It's fun. Come out. So I did this Monday. Come out there. I'm an hour in, starting to feel it, getting a good sweat going. And then the ball goes one way, I go the other. I'm pushing off of my left foot, and I hear a giant pop.
What?
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yeah, but it wasn't my knee. It was my Achilles. And at first, when I heard the pop, I was like, oh, fuck. That's I just dislocated my ankle. That's what it sounded like. It was like a fucking
Yeah.
You know the noise.
Yeah, the worst.
Yeah, it wasn't my ankle, it was my Achilles. I thought that I fully tore it at first.
Rupture?
Yeah, but then I felt my calf and it wasn't curled up in my calf or anything.
Yeah, no looseness.
Yeah, it was just when you felt down there, it just wasn't there, compared to my other one. So self-diagnosis when I got home, we're like, all right, it's not ruptured all the way. It's not torn. It's just it's either strained or sprained. So that's kind of what we think happened. I can't put any weight on it or anything right now. I'm hobbling around, but I've just been icing the shit out of it the last couple days. And then another one of the Fair Enough podcasts goes down, dude. We just can't play sports.
We're just the IR podcast. Dude, what the fuck is going on?
I told Jack, I was like, pretty soon it's going to be Mikey on crutches, Bob in a wheelchair, and Jack in Detroit. That's what it's gonna
be. What the fuck? You haven't gone to the doctor though, dude?
No.
Dude, you have insurance, bro.
I know.
You know, you can decline surgery if for some reason it was to that point. I mean, you should definitely go get it checked out if you're still hobbling by the end of the week.
That's what I was
I'm
thinking.
just saying.
At the end of the week,
Yeah.
I'll reevaluate. But today
Did
it feels a lot better than it did yesterday, so we're like moving in the right direction.
did it like swell up or bruise up or anything?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Yep.
You icing and shit?
Yep. So I've been icing, and it feels so
God.
much better today than it did yesterday. Like I could barely fucking move yesterday. It was so tight. But now, like, I can like, not that I'm putting socks on or anything, but like I have my slippers. I could slip my slipper on now today without it like being agonizing.
It was that bad, huh?
Oh, yesterday I couldn't
Holy
like do
fuck.
anything. Yeah. Yep.
Dude, I was hoping for like a promotion or like something else. Like I was like, oh, I was excited. I literally was going into this podcast. I'm like, damn, Bob's got news. I was like, it's gonna be something good for me, good for him. I don't know. I was like excited for some weird reason.
Right.
And then you drop a fucking hammer on us.
Yeah,
Dude.
Bob was like in the group chat. He's like, "Yeah, Mikey, I got some news for you," and you were like, "Oh man, I
Yeah.
hope it's good." And I'm sitting there
Yeah,
cracking
dude.
up.
I was
Jack and I were together when you sent that.
crickets.
We were like,
Oh my god.
we better not say anything.
Damn, dude.
So I call my dad on the way home, right? Because it's my left foot, so I can drive.
Yeah.
So I
that's
hobble
almost
out to the car because I'm still like in shock. It's numb at that point. Like I don't really feel it too much. And then I'm driving home. I call my dad. I'm like, I just fucked up my Achilles. Like I told him, I was like, I think I partially tore it. Like that's like, it's not all the way torn, but it fucking hurts. And I heard a pop. And he was like, oh shit. Like basically telling me to go to Ready Med. And I was like, okay, no, I'm just going to go home.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't tell mom because she's going to freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
I get home 20 minutes later. My mom calls, not me, she calls Jack. And she goes, what's going on? And he goes, nothing much. What's going on with you? And she goes, oh, I hear there's some stuff going on over there. Like, and the Laura just worried voice that she gets.
Yeah.
And I was like, that son of a bitch, Rob Sr. fucking sold me down the river the second that he could. Like, couldn't keep his big mouth shut for 5 minutes without telling her.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
It's brutal.
I mean,
so
that is funny for a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I hope a speedy recovery.
I think I'm just gonna be speedy. I really do.
Dude, another reason why, I mean, I'm not saying to go to the doctor though. Another reason though, one thing I think about going to the doctor for shit like this, because now I've done it, dude. I'm just gonna rattle my injury. Have I ever rattled off my injuries the last 3 years? I fucking tore my ACL. I tore a fucking ligament off my groin. I had a high ankle sprain and bruised ribs all in the last 3 years. Like I've been just in the worst fucking. I should stop moving, let alone doing sport. But that's beside the point. The one good thing about going to the doctor is that they give you pills.
Right.
And usually it's just like a really strong ibuprofen or like an naproxen or something like that.
Yep.
But they help. They help with the swelling especially. So, I mean, that's just my call at this point. Now I'm a fucking seasoned vet at the doctor, you know?
Right. That's the thing. Like,
But
I called because after I talked to my dad, I called Gary, our roommate here, who works for a kidney doctor. And I was like, should I go to Ready Med? And he was like, no, dude, like, go, let's come home. We'll look at it. And then, because all the Ready Med's going to do is tell you to go get an MRI, which is going to cost you money.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he was like, just go,
Yeah,
you should go to a specialist first, let them give you an eval, and then get an MRI if they want you to.
Yep.
So
100%. Yep.
So that's why I didn't do
true.
that. But
I don't blame.
yeah, I feel good. I feel better. Monday I was terrified, but today I feel way more optimistic that I'll be walking again next week. So
well, hopefully you can get a fucking sympathy blowy from the lady or something, you know.
We'll see what I can do.
Yeah, that's
Keep
gotta be in
barking
the
up a
works.
tree.
Yeah, I mean,
That's always in the works, baby
poor-
boy.
that's like the Always Sunny episode when Charlie comes in on the fucking wheelchair, and the chicks at the strip club are like, "Oh, he got ran over by his friend. I'm gonna give him a free lap dance."
Dude, that's an old one too. That's a good one. People
that's
forget that
OG.
one.
That's like yeah. Well, fuck, man. I'm still happy because I think I think you're gonna be all right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that was fucking depressing news.
Depressing way to start. Your ride home.
Oh,
What happened
shit.
to you today?
So it's more than just my ride home.
Okay.
So you guys all know, everybody that listens knows that I'm on dating sites and all that shit, right? And I matched up with some girl this morning, right? And I had the silliest conversation for about an hour with this girl over text message, obviously, or over Facebook dating, which of all the dating apps is the most ratchet.
Facebook dating. You
Yep.
dipped your
So
toe
Jack.
into that pool.
Oh yeah.
Pause.
Oh yeah. I bet. Yeah. What?
How long have you been on Facebook dating?
Oh, I've been on Facebook dating for a minute,
Yeah?
pretty much since it came out. I mean, on and off, but Facebook dating is so you forget about it so much, and like you barely get notification. Like the notification system's really bad. Like the amount of times I swipe on that shit is probably once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
What's the swiping like on there compared to other apps? Because I'm sure
It's
people
the same
don't know.
shit. No, it's the same shit. I don't know. It's the same thing. Just I feel like it's a lot more. Like a ratchet is the only word I can think of, but that's not the proper word. But it's just
Is it like more plain like Tinder, or is it more involved like Hinge is?
it's more like I think the setup is like Bumble. So like you scroll and then there's like little fucking things like little pre whatever templates, you know what I mean, that you can like answer on there. But it's nothing like the messaging system isn't the same. But like that's what it's like a photo and then this,
Yeah.
it's the same as all the other ones, honestly. It's just on fucking Facebook.
Right.
So you know how last week we were talking about national days and it was International Women's Day on my birthday, but it was also like an International Proofread Day or some shit.
It's a great day.
It just, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go back to episode 33. We talk about some shit like that. But I'm just can I just read this conversation to you guys? So let's just get off by saying I wanted to be positive. You know, it is what it is. If I have a chance of fucking dating somebody, I want it to start off with positivity. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh hey, let me fucking suck your dick right off the rip. But it's like, hey, how are you?
Right.
So I start with the simple hi. It's Facebook dating. I don't get into
No
it. I
cutie,
just say hi.
nothing.
No cutie, nothing.
No, I
and
like
also,
your smile.
cutie was not appropriate because
Cutie's never a play, but okay, tough.
And also, I mean, physically, it wasn't appropriate.
Okay.
It was more like, hey, handsome. That's what would have been appropriate.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But anyways,
I'm in.
you take what you can get. You take what you can
Right.
get. So I say hi. She says hi back. I go, how are you? And this is where it gets fun. She says fine. Where, first of all, the third thing you ever say to a guy is how are you doing? And you say fine. If you ever tell me fine, that means you're not fine, right?
Fine is where conversations go to die.
Exactly.
Yep.
That, especially from a like getting a message from a woman, especially you don't know, they just say fine. That means that they're not fine or whatever.
No, definitely not.
So I go, just fine. That's no fun. And she gives me this emoji.
That's
it.
it.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's
Did
it.
you like wait a minute?
And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know the time. I had a screen record my thing because I knew she was gonna delete me because how the conversation ended. So I was like getting down to it. I'm texting her back and I'm like, this bitch is for sure gonna like delete me. So I quickly did it, and literally like 10 minutes later, she deleted the chat. So I'm like, thank God I screen recorded this because I would not have remembered it.
Damn.
Anyway, she gives me this.
Yep.
I'm like,
if you're at home
asshole.
and you're listening on Spotify, that's the shrug emoji.
Yeah, the shrug. Yeah, she gives me the shrugs. And just sitting there. And I go, okay, well, I was like, well, I hope your day gets a little better. Just trying to keep it light, keep it positive, because obviously she's having a rough day. She goes, she goes, any day I deal with immature bitches at work isn't a good day.
Oh,
fair enough.
Get that shit?
Fair enough. Hey, don't take it out on me though. I'm just trying to cheer you up. I'm handsome. I'm trying to, whatever.
You're handsome. She's handsome.
So I go, so what I say, I go, well, don't let them ruin your whole day. Work sucks everywhere for most people. It's only a third of the day. Fuck them and cheer up.
Amen.
I thought that was, hey, it was like whatever. Like why,
You're on
it's
her
like
team.
you're kind
Fuck
of being a
them.
you're kind of being a bitch, but I'm your
Yeah.
team. Exactly. She goes, "Oh, well, when they pick fights with you daily, it's kind of hard." I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm sorry." And she says, "Okay." This is where it gets kind of lulled, and this is like middle of the day. And I go, "Oh, I guess I'll let you go then." She gives me a fucking thumbs up, fucking Facebook. You know the Facebook message thumbs up when like if you hold it long enough, it gets bigger and bigger and
No.
bigger. Have you ever done that? Okay, well on the Messenger app, if you hold down the fucking like button, it gets bigger, bigger, bigger. Anyways, beside the fucking point, it's like the literal Facebook like emoji, not the emoji
like the blue
emoji.
one.
The blue
Oh,
one,
that's
correct.
tough.
You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the blue one. So I kind of get petty with
Nice.
it. And on her profile, it says, I'm looking for, it's like one of the templates, like, I'm looking for someone who, dot, dot, dot. And she says, matches the energy I put into them. So I send her, I'm like, oh, your profile says this. And I goes, so I figured I'd throw out some positive energy, but I guess that's not what you're looking for. She goes, maybe I'm not willing to put energy into this conversation. I was like, well, yeah, clearly, because you came out the gate super hot, like in quotes.
Yeah.
And I was like, why match and waste my time? She goes, okay, bye then. And I'm not leaving it alone. Are you fucking crazy? I'm not leaving it alone.
Digging deeper.
So I give him the so long partner.
Oh, the Woody face.
Gift. Okay. I give him the Woody. And I go, try to be a little happier. Guys like that a lot.
Oh, shit.
And I thought that was gonna be the end of it. I'm like, that's a fucking dick way to end a conversation. Like, I'm getting deleted right now. 10 minutes later, I'm driving home. This is where it's on the drive home. I sent this so long. She goes, well, I clearly don't give a fuck about your opinion. Fair. I was like, that's fair. Me being the petty guy that I am, though, once again. And I'm like, oh, that can't be the worst unwanted advice you've ever received. No need to swear at me. And she's like, there is a need. Don't go giving out unsolicited opinions when they're not wanted. And this is where the proofread thing comes in, Jack. You're gonna love this one. And I was like, this is the last message of the conversation. I go, saying unsolicited and they're not wanted, talking about like the advice that's not wanted. I was like, is redundant. So what there was really no need for was you to say the same thing twice in the same sentence. And I was like, and that wasn't advice. That was just a tiny grammar lesson.
Damn. Mikey put the hammer down in the down position.
And then she deleted me because I was not going to get out pettied by some angry ass bitch on the other side of the phone.
What a wild world we live in where you could just get in a fight with a stranger for no reason.
Well, it's like I was just trying to be like cheery and helpful and like, hey, guess what? Maybe there's this guy on the other side of the phone that is trying to be nice to you because clearly your day's not going well. Right. And you just I was just like, what a fucking dickhead. Like, oh, fuck you too then, bud. But whatever.
I'm pretty surprised by that story, but I think I'm more surprised to find out that Facebook has a dating app.
Dude, so I'll go on there every once in a while. I'm sorry, I'm taking Max's collar off so we can't hear his jingling.
It's all good. But
I see it being promoted on Facebook. When I'm not on there a ton, but when I do go on there, it's always like, oh, Robert, you should join Facebook dating. That's it.
I get notifications all the time. It's like, we found someone in your area that you might like. And it's like some 40-year-old and I'm like, I guess.
I do like it, but don't stereotype me like that.
So you're not supposed to know that. But
wow.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. I just the grammar lesson part I thought was good because we were talking about not correcting girls last week, and I was like, I had to fucking
retrospect
the timing.
If you would have thrown in there, so while you're fucking celebrating National Women's Day this year, also celebrate National Proofreading Day, you stupid bitch.
I didn't have enough chance. I didn't have enough time because there's no way she was going to be the last one to message. There's no way. So like I would have just kept on going. And then it got to the point like about middle of the way. I'm like, oh, well, we're gonna get married now because for some reason she's gonna end up wanting to hang out with me, and then we're gonna start dating.
Because you hated her so much, it started off so bad. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, this is
This
gonna
is a
end up
big
perfectly.
opposites attract situation. You guys are gonna run into each
Yeah,
other at the
right in my
grocery
bed.
store. It's gonna be kismet
Yeah,
over hate.
dude. So I was listening to a podcast. Shout out Stiff Socks. And they were talking about strip clubs for some reason, and like in foreign countries, and I kind of was like, what the hell? Um, do you think in countries that have like common currency, like actual money, like that's in coin form,
Mm.
do you think it's common for them to like throw change at the
Mm.
chicks? Like, cause some countries, like a $5 bill is like a quarter. You
Like
know,
a
it's like
big
a
ass
coin.
weight.
Yeah, I'm like, do you got to be straight balling to go into the
That's a
strip
good
club,
question.
or
What
like,
are those countries?
do people
I
have
feel like
like,
some of those countries
I-
also frown upon stuff like that, like the strip clubs and stuff like that. Because there's no way like Muslim countries have strip clubs, obviously. Like their women are always have like the head things on
well,
and like
yeah, but
everybody's like fully clothed and there's no skin showing. So I doubt that India has any or places like in the Muslim community. But I don't know.
I have no idea. I was just, food for thought there. I was like thinking like,
You ain't putting a
because there's
coin in a D
European
string.
countries that,
Fucking right in
yeah,
your butt
dude,
crack,
like, you
I guess.
gotta have a little
Boink.
coin purse. Yeah,
Hold on to this.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking. I was like, that's funny. I was like, I'm gonna ask the
Dude,
boys that because just fucking chucking change, literally making it rain.
imagine, yeah, just walking into the strip club with a bag like that you get at Chuck E. Cheese with just a bunch of fucking quarters in
Ching,
it.
ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, your pockets are big, 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 big.
Yeah, they use like I don't know if you ever seen, they use like, sometimes they'll use like a vacuum to pick up
Oh,
their
yeah.
dollars, or like a mechanism. It's like, yeah, they got to get like a fucking, like a squeegee or something to fucking pull back all the coins.
It's like the
coins.
coin collector comes out.
Yeah,
The thing, it's the
exactly.
rakes.
They just got a
Yeah.
coin pusher at the outside. Yeah.
Good
Oh
stuff.
man, that's funny, man. Oh,
The
anyways,
so my food take, because we have food take on every episode. Mike pointed that out today. That is something that we do. It's not on purpose. It is on accident, but
yep.
we do like food. We like food and we like bars. We talk about those two things about every episode, I would say.
Yeah.
So I was actually talking about this food thing last week at Cornhole, which was at a bar, with our good friend from Road Creative, John. He was telling me that he was hungover the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, I just went to the store and bought a bunch of Lunchables. Like that was all I could do." And yeah,
Fucking
I was
love
like,
that.
"Oh, did you get pizza?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got pizza." And I was like, "Dude, I don't know why, but the sauce in the pizza Lunchable is the best pizza sauce I've ever had in my life." And John Butters was like, "Yep, 100%. Like, how has nobody copied that and put it on a real pizza?" Do you guys agree with that, or do you see that at all, or no?
I 100% agree, but I don't know if that would correlate well with real dough and like
You don't
real
think
heat.
so?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Because I was gonna ask, do you heat up your Lunchables? No, right? You eat them cold, like a
Right.
normal
Yeah,
adult.
I've never.
You heat 'em-
Imagine putting a real pizza Lunchable into the oven. That would be fucking wild. I wonder what it would taste
Oh,
like.
I've put them in the microwave before,
Yeah.
and it's good, but it's unnecessary. The dough is not real dough. It's like a piece of bread. It's like a pita
Yeah.
bread essentially. Like it doesn't get it. It doesn't work right. So it's just like it's so much better
I
when
feel
it's
like
cold. Personally,
it
I
turned
think.
into like a rock if you put it in the microwave. Doesn't
No, it
stay
doesn't.
soft.
It doesn't do that.
I
It
have
gets a
a
little soft, but yeah, it's
I
just
have a very hot producer Jack take.
Okay.
The pizza Lunchables is no good.
You hate it? It's the worst one to you?
It's the worst one easily.
Wow. Okay. Rank them. Now I have to know.
hold on. If this motherfucker says the
He's
nacho
gonna.
Lunchables the best, he's off the
He's gonna.
podcast.
The nacho Lunchable is not the best.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I had
that
to
one's
hear.
probably almost just as
I,
bad as the pizza. The nachos they're just sad.
I like the nacho one, but it just doesn't make any sense. It's
The
fucking
salsa, the
difficult. But I
salsa and the
don't mind the
nacho one is
nacho
dog
one.
shit, and it's really rattling because I love
Yeah,
salsa.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Dude,
go on.
the
Kyle, I'm
cracker,
sorry.
cheese, and meat
That's your
is
favorite.
really the only one I give a shit about, to be honest.
Well, there's like 3 meats. The 2 main ones are ham and turkey. Which one do you like
Between
better?
ham and turkey, I'm going turkey all day.
Yeah, I like the turkey one more as well.
Yeah, I mean you can't go
No.
wrong. Let's get real.
But
It's all.
I put that at 3. I think it's pizza, nacho, then that one. Honestly, and not that I don't
Oh no.
not that I dislike any of them. I like all of them, but like
Yeah, I think it goes. So I think it goes pepperoni pizza, both of the 2
okay.
meats, then the cheese pizza, then the nacho.
I've never done the cheese pizza. I didn't even know that was an option. What else comes in it? Because there's another
Oh yeah,
slit.
they have like a 3. It's 2 different types of cheeses. It's like the ultimate cheese, or whatever the fuck it is. It's like mozzarella and cheddar, yeah. Which it's still good, but it's kind of boring, and you lose half the fucking
Okay.
cheese, Then you're just eating cheese
Right.
like this at the
One
end of
bucket
it,
is just for
yeah, just a
sprinkle in your
sprinkle
face.
cheese. But uh, did you guys ever have remember when they had like the big Lunchables and it was like the fucking pizza on steroids and it actually looked like a little bowl, like a square
No.
bowl?
It came in the
Oh,
same
dude, see,
Lunchables
you
thing,
guys are a
like with
little
the
bit
just the
younger.
plastic over it.
No, so it was like, the box that comes with
Yeah.
the Capri Sun, that box. It was like double
Oh
in
shit.
thickness. Yeah, so it was like, Jack, can you look that up? Can you look up
A giant Capri
fucking
Sun.
Lunchables on steroids or whatever? Um, but yeah, that one, and it came like the pizza. It was it was just bigger. Like
Were
everything was
ingredients
just
the
bigger,
same, or
and there was
was
more.
everything different?
Yeah, but no, everything was the same. But it was like you got more pepper because you get 3
Yeah.
pepperonis per pizza. That one you got like 4 or 5 per pizza. There's more
Oh.
cheese. It was just better. I mean, it was
Right.
more expensive, but
You're
it was
buying
it
it.
was
It's
just
$10.
better.
You're buying a regular pizza.
Yeah,
But you're making it yourself.
yeah. They had a couple different ones like that. I don't remember any other flavors, but they had a couple different ones like that, and they were like
Dude,
special.
there's one called Lunchables Maxed, and it's double stacked tacos. How crazy is that?
Dude,
Tacos.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what they were called.
It's a massive box.
Yeah.
Wait. This is taco meat that's in these ones?
That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Like just ground beef tacos?
I don't think you can eat that cold though, can you? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's
Well,
frowned upon.
it's all
Yeah,
cooked
but
meat though. I'm pretty sure it's all
I
cooked
guess.
meat. It's just like fucking,
Refrigerated forever.
you
In your
know.
school vending
Oh, this
machine.
one. Oh, this one was called the deep dish mega.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Mega. That was the old school. Mega, that's the one I was talking about. But yeah, that's the same shit. It was
They
just
actually
different
use
fucking time
chicken in
periods.
these tacos. 100%
Yeah,
white
they use
meat.
chicken.
So that
Yeah,
had to
makes
be
more
cooked.
sense.
Because they were not fucking serving you meat that was not fucking.
Oh,
100%
I'm seeing this
fully
deep
cooked.
dish mega now. What a goofy looking thing this is.
But at that time, though, that was probably like fucking 2000, bro. That shit was
it's the
probably.
size of a shoebox.
Was...
It's fucking huge.
It really was huge.
Mom wraps that up for you for Christmas. You don't know what the fuck's inside there. It could be anything. It could be a fresh pair of J's or a $10 Lunchable.
I love that. But yeah, Lunchable. I still eat Lunchables, dude. Sometimes if I'm going to the gas station, I walk by one. I'll just buy one, and they're like $6 for the no drink one because it's at a gas station. I'll still buy it.
Are you a Capri Sun guy or like a Kool-Aid Jammer guy?
I was a Capri Sun guy.
I'm a Capri Sun guy too, but I love the strawberry kiwi Kool-Aid Jammer, the green one. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid Jammers were like disco, It was like the Capri Sun was just like normal, like fruit punch, and they had like the tropic and
cooler.
Then, it was very
strawberry
kiwi.
Shit. I'm probably going tropic cooler, strawberry kiwi, fruit punch.
Yeah, I think the Tropic
Yeah, it
Cooler
was
was
good as
definitely
fuck.
the goat.
Fuck, man. I was trying to think of other like snack things, but the only thing that keeps rumbling around my head, and I've had them a zillion times in my life, are the stick crackers that you dunk in cheese. So
Oh yeah,
fire,
fire.
dude! I had millions of those.
The thing about that though is that your first fucking 6 sticks have like a very small amount, and then your last stick
Oh
is
yeah,
just piled with
you
fucking
could never
cheese,
ration
dude.
it correctly. You're right.
No, yeah, and when you do, it's
It
like,
Have
was
you guys
always
had the
like,
ones where it's
yeah,
Oreo sticks and then you're dipping it in like the Oreo cream?
in the cream.
no, dude, that was too late for me.
Yeah,
You've had them, Mike?
no, they did that. Yeah, and then they did that with like other types
Well,
of
they did the
cookies too. Like
Dunkaroos, which I'd never really had either, but people praise those.
I never had Dunkaroos either, but it was essentially what that was Dunkaroos, but like
Yeah, because it was
name
like the
brand
white
cookies.
cream.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
You're
people
just
used to
dunking it
come
in
into
crackers.
7-Eleven
Yeah.
and buy all of them when we'd get a shipment in. They'd come and buy
Really?
every single one of them. Yeah, Dunkaroos were hot. That's a commodity.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I don't understand the hype. I think that was like the Mexican pizza where it's like, it's like it came back and it was like, oh, this is my childhood. They're
Right.
not that good, dude. It's pretty much animal crackers with like Cool Whip,
Right.
honestly,
Do you like?
which
Oh,
is
it's very solid.
solid, but
Do you like the regular, um, sticks more, or like the pretzel sticks with the cheese?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever
They're
had
not that
pretzel
good.
sticks.
I'm a big regular sticks guy. I'm not a big pretzel guy though. Like I do like pretzels. I'll eat a million pretzels, like just regular ones. But I'll never go get a soft pretzel. I think I've said that on this podcast before. I don't like soft pretzels at all.
Yeah. Oh, I love a
Which,
soft
once
pretzel.
again, puts me way down.
It's it's crazy that the difference between bread and a pretzel is literally just boiling it for like 5 minutes before you bake
That's
it.
it?
No joke. It's insanity. Dude, no joke. That's all it is. It's like you boil the dough before you bake it, and then it turns into a pretzel, and then you got to like brush it and salt it. But that's all the difference is, and it's fucking
That
makes all the
makes no
difference. It's
sense.
wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it makes zero sense. I know.
Um,
Been watching a
have
lot of
you? I
cooking
love
videos
that. You've
lately,
been
so
getting
I
down the
know.
rabbit hole.
Oh, dude. Oh my god.
For a
Literally like
person that
going to
doesn't
bed to it,
cook,
bro. Like literally it that's funny. Because
you
that's funny. I had another Tinder interaction where this girl's profile is like, "Oh, I like to cook cooking and cocktails." And I was like, "Oh, what's your favorite dish you
Mhm.
like to cook?" That's how I open up, fucking right. And she's just like blah 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 this what's yours? And I was like, to be honest, I don't cook all that often. Like I need to start cooking, but I fucking love watching cooking videos. Um and this was also like last week, so
Mm,
I was like in this rabbit hole. You ever hear of Matty Matheson? I think I've talked about him before on this pod. He's fat as fuck, but he's hilarious and he makes like
maybe I've probably
phenomenal
seen him
shit.
on TikTok.
Have you? No, he's not a huge
Oh,
presence on
really?
TikTok, honestly. Like
Oh,
he's on YouTube. Yeah. You guys see that show, The
yeah,
Bear, that just came out on Hulu?
yeah.
Did you guys you watched
Watched
it
it
or you? So the fat guy
with the
that's like I
stash.
can't think of his name. In the
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know
him.
that. Okay.
He's actually like a
Oh,
Michelin
damn.
star cook. Like he's like a yeah, but he like quit like the gourmet, like the fucking fine dining shit just to like do shit on the
Why not?
internet
Yeah.
because he's got cookbooks and shit like that. Yeah. Um, but literally like they're like 11-minute videos and he has a show. It's called Cooking Something. And he'll cook something. It's like 10 minutes and everything he cooks is so good. Looking at least, and
Yeah.
like he's hilarious. So it's like, why wouldn't I watch this? Like, him and Gordon Ramsay, I can
Oh, yeah.
watch literally all day long.
I've been making
Literally
eggs Gordon Ramsay
all day.
style for like the past year now. Oh yeah.
In like the pan. You don't use
No, I
cream
don't. I
fraiche,
don't
do
buy
you?
cream fraiche. I wouldn't even know where to get it.
Uh,
I should.
you should.
I could.
I
I
don't
could
know where to
definitely
get
do
it
it,
either,
but
because that's you should, because that's the first time I ever seen him make scrambled
mhm.
eggs. He put cream fraiche in it. He's just like, you don't
It
have to do
fluffs
this,
them up.
and
Yeah,
I'm like,
because dude, I've been doing the on low and
cream
slow,
fraiche,
and then take them
fraiche,
off the heat. Take them off the heat and
and
stir,
just stir.
and then back on the heat.
Yeah.
And that's all it needs. It's done. That is all it needs. It's
Pretty much,
real
dude.
quick, but they are
Yeah.
fluff when you're done.
Yeah, I love that. Love
Okay. We ready to get into
Oh,
some
man.
NFL stuff here? So there's plenty that we can do here.
Yep.
Okay, let's go into Mikey's Gambling Corner. Mikey's Gambling Corner is brought to you by, along with the rest of the Fair Enough podcast, is brought to you by Rogue Creative. Shout out to John and the delicious Lunchables pizza sauce that we bonded over last week. I will not be at Cornhole tonight, obviously, because of my strained Achilles. So I will not see John this week. But you can see John this week if you go to roguecreative.org or find him on Instagram at roguecreative_. Right now, Rogue Creative is helping gym owners. If you are the franchisee owner of an Anytime Fitness or Powerhouse, places like that, John is going to help get customers in your door with database reactivation. So people are looking for gyms right now. People are kind of off COVID. Everybody's getting back into the back to school routine. So make sure if you're a gym owner, you're getting your fair share, and let John and the Rogue Creative team help you. Along with that, they're always helping small businesses with their general graphic design work as well as marketing. So once again, give John and his team a shout over at roguecreative.org or follow them on Instagram at roguecreative_. Okay, so first, before we dive into Mikey's Gambling Corner, Hard Knocks was last night. Yes, was last night. And this was episode 3. Mike, did you watch a Hard Knocks yet? Yeah, the worst. The worst. It's literally, they're not even an hour. They're not. Do you have my login now?
I know, dude.
Have you been watching South Park?
No, I haven't even logged into it yet. If I've logged into it and I didn't watch it, I'd even
beat
be
the
a
shit out of you.
a
If that's
bigger
what was
pile of
happening,
shit.
if you
Yeah,
saw
it's
it in the
rightfully
recent
so.
watched and then
Yeah.
said, let's watch South Park, I would have fucking hated you.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
this
sorry.
episode was kind of interesting. I mean, they were doing some joint practices with the Colts. I liked episode 2 more. It was a little bit more fiery. A lot of people say that they liked episode 1 the best. The local radio guys were kind of shitting on this episode today just because there was a little bit too much focus on a guy, this easy guy that is not going to make the team. He was kind of dog shit. And yeah, I mean, I want to be able to sit here and talk about it a bunch, but there really just wasn't that much to touch on this week. So just want to make sure that we get the Hard Knocks talk in here because I know that, that's kind of what's going on right now, especially in Detroit. But last night it was just kind of blah. Would you agree, Jack?
Yeah, not a whole lot happened. But Mike, I will say, if you don't watch it for us, at least watch it for Rodrigo, because that man's out here just looking for a concussion.
Rodrigo's a problem. He's going to be a problem in the league for sure. 6th round pick. He's going to be sick.
I need to watch it. I'm sorry, boys.
I know you're going to enjoy it.
It is what it is.
You just got to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, and they show a lot of shout out to our guy Khalil Pimpleton from Central Michigan. They show a lot of Khalil. He's Mikey's like this kick returner guy from Central. He was a freak wide receiver. Just a little guy. Reminds me of like a Tavon Austin type. Shortest dude on the field, just like way faster than everybody else. So I think it sounds like he's going to make the team and return kicks for us, which is sick. Okay.
Nice.
Malcolm.
Hey, what is Rodrigo's
Malcolm
first name?
Rodriguez.
Can we call him Ed?
Can we call him Ed?
Can we call him Ed?
Oh yeah.
Rodrigo? Yeah, because that's the hyena's
the
name
stupid
from
one?
The Lion King.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Ed.
It's Ed? I love that. Oh yeah, dude, it is Ed.
It's Ed.
You're right. Fucking Ed Rodrigo. Okay.
Ed Rodrigo. I do need to watch it. I'm sorry. I'm glad that this last episode was kind of a snooze fest because I don't feel as bad now.
No.
But they can't all be winners. I mean, it's a series. I mean, you have favorite episodes
And
of
next
everything
week's
you
going to be
watch, so
cuts.
it is what it is.
So then we'll start to see some difficult and interesting
okay.
conversations happen.
Should be pretty intense then.
So you have some
Yeah.
picks today, some locks.
Yeah. I actually like I genuinely looked into these and I like them. I will play them. But funny enough, we're gonna call this Magic Mike's corner. You know why? Not because I'm Channing Tatum good looking, but it's because money's gonna be like, now you see me, now you don't.
So this is like the fade Mikey hour, basically.
But I'm gonna try and give my best. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start off with these are all three. These are just over under on wins because I kind of was just kind of parlaying off of what Bob did. I like that going week to week doing all hey, well, I think she'll cover fucking spread, especially 2 weeks before the season. It's a little inappropriate, and I don't player props.
Yeah,
Once again, I don't
boring.
really give a fuck about player props. So the first one, is the Ravens to win over 9.5 games. I'm gonna start with 2 overs and then an under. And the funny thing about the Ravens, last year they were 8-9, dude. Right? 8-9. Lamar missed 6 games. Baltimore was 6-1 after or 5-1 after 6 games. They went 8-9. Okay, so they went 3-8 to end the season. All right. They lost their last 6 games. 5 of them were by 2 points or less. No, 3 points or less. I'm sorry. 5 of them. And I think 3 of them were by a point or 2. So you got a healthy Lamar. And, Lamar didn't play 4.5 of those games, and he was on a bum wheel for the last one. So it's like, dude, like this team won 8 games. We've talked about it before. They have one of those defenses that are just always good. If you look at the numbers, the fucked up part, which is scary, is the only team that dominated them last year. There's only 3 losses out of their 9 that weren't by 1 score or less, or by 3 points or less. 3 points or less, not 1 score. And 2 of them were to Joe Burrow and the fucking Bengals, and they lost by like 20 both of those games. 1 with Lamar, 1 without Lamar. But guess what? You only play them fucking twice. The rankings of their schedule, according to Action Network, I really like their shit. I follow them on Instagram. Shout out to them. Is 16th best or worst, or no, 16th easiest. So it's right in the middle of the pack. They're literally dead square in the middle of strength of schedule. But if you look at it, which I think is hilarious, we've been talking about this for the last 3 weeks. The easiest schedules. Listen to the fucking trend here going into this. The Giants have the easiest. Eagles, Commanders, Lions, Bears, Cowboys. Those are the top 6. Guess what fucking divisions they play in? Oh yeah, and don't mind the Colts coming at 7, but then the Vikings and the Packers are the 8 and 9. So literally the 8 of the 9 top fucking easiest schedules are the same 2 divisions because they play each other. So it's like the numbers are skewed, I think. So if you really look at their schedule, it's not that difficult. I think they play, so other than playing the Bengals twice, they play like the Bills, and like the next best team they play is like I think like the Raiders maybe. It's like
one of those, because one of those games, one of those AFC North games, they're going to get Deshaun Watson. I assume they're not going to get him for one. They're going to get him for the second one. Then who?
Yeah, and I still don't think Cleveland is good enough. I think they're just a weird.
I don't
think
they're going to be able to put it all together, especially to play a team like the Ravens. But then the Steelers are like,
and also people
they're figuring it out too.
Yeah, they're a team you never know. I mean, the defense is going to be good. Yeah. So it's like their division got worse, I think, personally. People forget that fucking if it wasn't for a crazy like roaring Tennessee Titans team a couple years ago, that dude, the Ravens I think were either the best team in the AFC or the second best team in the AFC, and they got beat by the 6th seed or whatever the fuck it was. So it's like that Lamar Jackson ran team is very good.
Well, they're just quick to forget
sleep,
the MVP
let's just say
days
that.
because it's like, okay, he got hurt and it disappeared.
Exactly, because he missed 6 days. Yeah. So, also they got their running back back. They got J.K. Dobbins back. He's healthy. They've never had receivers, so them getting rid of fucking downtown dickhead John or whatever Marquise Brown does nothing. That guy
fact.
dropped more balls than he caught. Like the amount of times I've seen him drop balls for like if you drop a ball in traffic, whatever. The amount of wide open drop balls I've seen that
dude,
guy fucking drop is insanity.
I
Like
was
that guy
on the
should be
side.
bagging
Well, I wasn't on the
trophies.
sideline, but it was like we were on the side of the field where like he was streaking down the field when the Lions played the Ravens last year at home.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Oh
dude,
yeah, you went to the game.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Just fucking dropped it. Just fucking dropped it. Like
Dropped the ball. Yes. Yeah. And if it wasn't for Justin
they would've
Tucker,
lost
that
another
would have
one
been the
by
reason why they
3
lost the game.
or whatever. It would have just been another loss.
Yep.
So yeah.
Exactly.
No, I love that. I love Ravens over 9.5.
So I think that when you really break down the schedule, I think that one I really like that. And people like talk shit too, like I said about the receivers. It's like, you know, they got Bateman, they have Mark Andrews, who is an absolute animal, probably the number one fucking fantasy tight end this year. Like they have weapons,
and it doesn't,
even though they're not
you know,
actual wide receivers.
like you said, Bateman's gonna be fine. Mark Andrews is disgusting. They're gonna be fine because they've run the ball more than anybody else in this league. So it's what they do. They're gonna stick to their game plan. And they're gonna go back. If Lamar stays healthy, they're just gonna go back to their winning ways, which is why the 9.5 is basically a dangling carrot. Hey, they won 8 last year. Like, do you think that they're gonna get better? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, and like even if Cincy wins 12, like I still like it doesn't like Cincy doesn't bother me. It's the rest of the schedule. So it's like I think that could be two of the better teams. Other than that, because of all the diversity in that AFC West, like one of those, like the winner of that division is probably gonna only win 12 games because they're gonna beat the fuck out of each other all day, you know. So it's like I could see the Ravens and the Bengals being two of the best teams in the AFC this year.
Oh yeah,
top 3.
So you see 10-7
record wise, at least. I actually
Really?
counted. I can see them winning 12, no joke. But there's a couple like coin
But if
tosses.
they're winning
but I
half
definitely
of
see
those
them winning
games
10,
that they lost by 3 points last year, then they're getting to 12. You're saying 10 to 12.
Exactly. And honestly, and the thing is, I think that they get there. But you know, I just think 9.5 is too low, man. And that's why I'm making it one of my locks, because I can genuinely see them winning 2.5 over their fucking total. Like that's a big deal, you know.
Ravens.
So yeah,
over
that's
9.5.
Ravens numero uno. Ravens
Number
over
2.
9.5, sitting at even odds at this point. This one is gonna be a little controversial. I'm going with the Titans over 9 wins. Okay. They have the 19th hardest schedule or whatever it is, or easiest schedule. So you're on the bottom of the half when it comes to strength of schedule. But once again, no crazy outliers where it's like, oh, they got to play fucking they got to play the Chiefs. No, they play like the Bills once. They play the fucking or whatever. They play, I think they play the Ravens. And once again, the next best team is like the Patriots that they play. I was just gonna say their division has somehow gotten worse. Like it couldn't have. It's so bad, and it's gotten.
I don't know
worse
if it
somehow.
got worse.
So like to me, that's 6 wins right there.
I mean, Indy's good.
Who's good? Indy's just as good as they were last year. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Indy is gonna do exactly what they did last year. Matt Ryan is not the answer, dog. No.
Yeah, but he's just such a better quarterback than Wentz.
Carson Wentz sucks, but like, I mean, if he's got time, he'll make throws in the pocket. But dude, like, he can't get out.
You think Davis Mills got worse,
bro? I don't know.
I think Houston's a little better, but
I don't think Davis Mills got worse. I think Houston is just so bad that it didn't matter if they got better or worse. Their over under I think is like 4.5, which I'm like, yeah, that's about right. I feel bad for Houston, honestly. You know, and then like their second round pick gets cancer. You know what I mean? Like they just got tough luck. You know what I mean? So they another thing too is for
Mhm.
so the Titans, they won 12 games last year, dude. Like, yeah, they got
That
pummeled
is
in the
weird
playoffs.
that
They're a
it's
regular season
3
team, bro.
games under
They
what they had last
play
year just
well.
because they lost
They
AJ Brown.
yeah. And that's the thing too. Like, honestly, so they lost AJ Brown and Julio Jones. They
Yep.
draft Treylon Burks and get Robert Woods.
Right.
Who the fuck would you rather have? Who would you rather have? You know what I mean?
Julio
Like, I mean,
last year
old
didn't do
Julio,
shit.
but
No.
Julio of last year, I don't want that guy. That's what I'm saying. And Burt Woods is a fucking 1,000-yard machine, and Treylon Burks
He's
is
a
literally
clone.
AJ Brown's
Yep.
fucking
And you're
younger
paying him a lot
brother doing the
less.
exact same thing. So it's like, exactly. So like that receiver thing, like, oh, we lost AJ
And
Brown.
there's been like there's been a lot
Fuck
of
your face.
chatter about Treylon Burks too in camp. He came in overweight, blah 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 blah, a million different things. And yeah, sure, we've seen that be negative in the past, but we also heard so many things about how Jamar Chase was dropping every fucking ball in preseason, left and right. This guy's in camp and he stinks. Now he's he's
Yeah.
top 5 receiver in the league. Like,
Yep. Exactly. Jalen
yeah,
Reagor was drafted in front of Justin
it doesn't
Jefferson.
matter. Treylon Burks is a freak.
It doesn't
dude.
matter.
You heard it here first. It's a lock.
I also think that Ryan Tannehill is a very
I hate him.
sufficient quarterback. The guy, he's a gamer. He'll take hits. I don't necessarily love him. I mean, he won me a fantasy league a couple years ago, so I have a special place in my heart for him. But the biggest thing
Yeah.
is Derrick Henry is back. Derrick Henry is healthy. They say Stephania Bell, whatever her dumbass name is, that bitch is saying that he's literally faster than he was last year before the injury.
Damn.
And heavier, but not bigger. This dude he's a freak. So, I mean, you put that boy back. They upgraded defensively too. Like, not big names, but they drafted a lot of defense other than Treylon Burks. A couple cornerbacks. They
They have
signed
a really
they
solid
signed
O
a couple
line that they have
linebackers.
like good
Well,
continuity
re-signed
with.
one.
They're just overall good team.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like their defense that was like their problem they've tried to address those problems. Who knows if it works out? But in my head, for 9 wins in that division, I think you can get 6 of them in division. Genuinely, do 3 more games, bro. Like 3 more games, I'm taking those odds.
I like it.
So that is my that's my second one, and then if you guys want to hear, this is my mortal
Holy shit.
fucking lock of the year. This is fucking
Sound
the play of the year.
Alarms, Jack.
At least
the
for now, until I come up with another one.
Year.
And the fucked up part is I'm going against my vice principles, and I'm taking an under.
I was wondering if you were gonna take one.
And it is. I know. And I fucking literally, this is the first thing I'm like, this is the best play. And it is your New York Football Giants under 7 wins. Wow. Let me just tell you what. This is a lock. And I'll tell you why. So, for one, everyone is dogging that division, and I get why. I really do. But it actually has kind of gotten a little bit. It's kind of gotten a little better. I mean, Philly is no joke, dude. Philly, they're saying that that's my honorable mention is Philly over 9.5, but it went from 8.5 to 9.5. Like, they think Philly is going to be good. I think Philly is going to be good. I think Jalen Hurts finally takes a big, not fantasy step, but like quarterback step up this year. They got AJ Brown.
Oh yeah,
the Cowboys are the fucking
I was gonna say
Cowboys,
I think Hurts could
too.
turn into like a Tannehill type, where he's just serviceable as fuck, and he's gonna go out there and he's not gonna be the reason you win games, but he's not gonna be the reason you lose games, which is all that matters. He could.
I mean, dude, and he'll fuck around and win a couple games, man. He's gritty, bro. I mean, I just think
then Cowboys,
whatever. That's my thing. With that. The Cowboys, and honestly, dude, the Commanders, that defense, and a Carson Wentz, who we all hate, but once again, we've said it on this here before.
They're not
and
the defense,
bad.
like you said,
he's not that
rock
bad.
fucking solid. Probably the best defense in that division.
Yeah, probably. even and the fucked up part is they have the easiest schedule. Even though they have the easiest schedule, I don't give a fuck. The thing is, everyone's like, "Oh, is Saquon going to be the comeback player of the year?" This and the other thing. I don't think so. I think Saquon's going to have a serviceable year, but the team is just not good enough. And Daniel Jones isn't it. Like I don't know. I don't think Daniel Jones is it.
I don't think so either.
I mean, and I think as long as Danny Dimes is throwing interceptions, they're not going to be winning games. And he loves to throw interceptions. Also, you know, they got Kayvon gets hurt. He's already hurt. He's out for a couple weeks. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, it's like, oh, your first round pick is hurt. Like that, you know, those injuries, they fucking linger. He's not going to be good. And I can genuinely see them starting 0-6. Tell me if you agree. I'm going to read their schedule real quick.
Yep, loss.
Week 1, Tennessee Titans. Week 2, Carolina Panthers. This is a weird one.
If Baker gets in a groove, like, they could definitely lose.
You can
like,
see
if
them
Baker's
losing.
Feeling good week 1, then they're gonna be fucked.
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
Where is that one being played?
And then you got the Cowboys. I don't know.
Doesn't matter, I don't think.
Oh, MetLife. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Week 4, this is me being an optimist. They play the Bears. I said that they'd lose the other day, that they'd lose this game, but this is going to be, you know, the ugly versus the ugly,
An
dude. Like, it's going to be which fucking team figures it out. I don't think they're not necessarily a guaranteed loss,
like
but I can easily see them losing that game.
Somebody's going to win by some bullshit.
Exactly. So then you got that. Then you got to go to Green Bay, get your shit pumped.
Yep.
And then you got to play Baltimore, get your shit pumped. So that can easily be a 1-5, 0-6 start.
Yeah.
Genuinely. And then they play the Jags, Seahawks, and the Texans, which all three of those, I can see them winning. That's, once again, coin flip. So then I got them sitting at about 4 wins at this point. Then you go play Detroit. That could be a loss. The Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles. I think they lose all those because and then the Commanders again. They'll probably win one of those. Then they play the Vikings, Colts, Eagles. Like, they have a tough. Their schedule isn't as easy as it seems. I think that division is going to beat the fuck out of the Giants. I think that team wins maybe 6 games maximum, and that's if they beat the Bears and maybe beat the Commanders once, and beat the Lions too. That'd be 6 because I can see them beating Jacksonville, Houston, and
fuck, man. Yeah, because they're not winning that game against the Colts at the end of the year. They're not beating the Vikings.
No, because the Colts can be playing for something. No, like I mean, they'd have to win. They have to win the games that they have to win, which is Jags, Houston, Seattle, Chicago, Detroit, and then they have to go and win a division game because I don't think they're going to beat the Colts. I don't think they're going to beat the Packers. They're not going to beat the fucking Ravens. I don't know, and I don't think they're going to beat the fucking Lions or the Bears. Honestly, I think that team sucks dick. I think they're the most overrated team. 7 wins. Last year they won 4. 2 years ago they were 1-10 and somehow made a push to almost win the division with 7 wins.
No,
like, they're not good, and Daniel Jones sucks balls. I don't know. Like, so that's my that's my moral lock of the year. That's my under right there.
Okay,
take it to the fucking bank.
Those were beautiful. What I'm gonna do here is, since
Mike,
it
baby.
is Monday, what the fuck day is it that this thing comes out? It's Monday, September 29th. So this upcoming week is technically week 1
29th
of college football season, which is very exciting. Let me give you
yes, sir,
some picks here for college football that I like. Ohio State, Notre Dame is September 3rd, which is going to be that Saturday. Holy fuck. Right now it's Ohio State minus 15.5. New coach over in Notre Dame.
Fucking hammer.
In the shoe at 7:30 at night. Too many unknowns for the Irish. Too many well-knowns for the Buckeyes. I think they blow them the fuck out. As much as I hate to say it, like, that's going to be a fucking bloodbath.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And Another one that I like is also that Saturday, and it's in the Cincy and Arkansas game, which I think is going to be a fascinating game. But it's Arkansas minus 6.5. Cincy, I think, just lost too much, and I'm going to take the Razorbacks to cover there.
I was just about to say, is Cincy still gonna be like good? Like, is there like a thing where like, oh, people want to go there now because they've had like 4 good years in
that's
a
the thing.
row? Like, are
they're not. If that happens, great. Like, I think Luke Fickle's doing a good job there. Obviously, he's doing a good job. He got him to the fucking playoff. But if that happens, it's not going to be right this second. Whatever quarterback that comes in to replace Ritter to go week 1 at 3:30 into Arkansas, like into an SEC stadium. It's just too tall of a task.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening.
If this was 9.5, I'm probably still taking it. Yep.
Dude, even if Desmond Ritter was still there,
right?
That's still close.
Yep.
Like
and
that. I mean, that's a pick 'em almost.
Obviously, the biggest guy that lost, or Arkansas lost, was Treylon Burks. But there's still, it's Arkansas, but there's still SEC talent there, and they've just been playing good football as of late. So I like the Razorbacks minus 16 or minus 6.5, and then the Buckeyes later Saturday night minus 15.5. Book it. That's a quick little fair enough Saturday parlay. I can't wait, dude. This weekend is week 0. It sucks. I'd give you a week 0 pick, but I forgot to last week. I'll give you what I'm gonna pick, and we'll go back and look, and you can fucking laugh at me and tell me I'm an asshole if I'm wrong.
Dude, that Saturday, I literally have a draft at fantasy football draft at 10 a.m. and then another draft at 6 p.m. I'm gonna be drafting literally all day, just watching football, drinking beers, drafting football players.
It's gonna be so great.
It's gonna be exhausting. It's gonna be great.
So the retrospect pick of the week, I'm going. It's August 27th. It is Vanderbilt is traveling to the island to play Hawaii. It's Vanderbilt minus 8. Which is a very weird line. But I'm taking Hawaii to cover the 8. I think it's tough. The over is at 54.
I think you hammer the over, no?
It's high for two teams that don't know what the fuck they're doing at any point ever. So for them for this to be like a 30-something to a 20-something game. But I like. Yes, shout out to Colt.
Shout out to your
love the Rainbow
lost cousin,
Warriors
Colt
to cover
Brennan.
+8. Let's check back the tapes here, and everybody tell me if I'm an idiot. Anything else, Jack?
Yes.
Anything?
No.
Before we get out of here?
Nope. No, I don't have anything.
Okay.
No.
Jack's hungry. Okay.
Yes, let's get the fuck
Mike's
out of
locks.
here.
Ravens over 9.5. Titans over 9. Mortal lock of the century. Giants under 7. They're not even going to sniff it. They're going to get like 4 wins. That sounds good to me. Okay. Everybody have a good week. Happy college football season. We will be recapping. We'll recap a little bit of week 0. And actually, we're drafting next week. Awesome. So next week will be the draft. So we'll see you guys then. We love you.
Yes, sir.
Love ya.